Hello, amazing artists! I hope all of you are doing great. Today we're going to work on a project called Monster Shapes. I really hope you like it. As you remember, in class we talked about the elements of art. The elements of art are like ingredients that we're going to use to make art pieces. There are 7 elements of art: line, shape, form, color, value, texture, and space. We have to think about these elements as ingredients, like if we were doing some cooking dish. Okay, imagine we have our fire, we're gonna put it all the way up, and we're gonna put a pan on top of it. If we pour all these ingredients inside the pan, well, we can pour all of the ingredients 1, 2, 3 at a time. What we're gonna get are gonna be beautiful artworks. Let's add a little bit of creativity and skills to this mixture, and now let's stir. Once we have all of this together very well cooked, voila! We are gonna get beautiful artworks like this Starry Night from Van Gogh, or this girl with the pearl earring, or Las Meninas from Velázquez, or this beautiful work by Salvador Dali, or the famous Mona Lisa. In this project, we are going to focus on the element of art, shape. What are shapes? Shapes are closed lines. They are flat and only have 2 dimensions, length and width. What else can we learn about shapes? Well, when we are talking about shapes, we can talk about 2 different kinds: geometric shapes and organic shapes. Geometric shapes are easy to recognize. We can use math to find information about these shapes, and they usually have a specific name associated with them, like square, circle, triangle, rectangle, a diamond, or a rhombus, and other shapes like the pentagon. In the other hand, we have organic shapes. Organic shapes are also called free-form shapes. These are the ones that seem to follow no rules at all. They are irregular or even asymmetrical. Nearly all shapes found in nature are organic shapes, like leaves, like grass, clouds. Now that we know the difference between geometric and organic shapes, let's start with our project. What are we gonna need? We're only gonna need a piece of paper and some coloring material like markers. Let's start with a black marker. We're gonna start drawing different kinds of shapes. You can draw whatever shapes you feel like drawing. I'm gonna draw several geometrical shapes like this square, triangle, circle. See, they are all geometrical shapes. And I am also gonna draw some organic shapes, the ones that seem to follow no rules at all. But remember, both of them are flat and 2-dimensional. You can make as many shapes as you want. You can choose to make all geometrical shapes or all organic shape. It's all up to you. These shapes are gonna be the base of our monsters. Once you finish tracing all these shapes, we are gonna make them into monsters. I'm gonna start with the square. I'm gonna add him 2 big eyes made with circles, a tiny U for a smile. Monsters don't have to be scary if we don't want to. I'm gonna build some hands. I'm gonna put him some antennas. 2 ears, and some legs. 3 legs seem to be quite a nice thing for this monster. I'm gonna continue with the clown. In the cloud, I'm gonna make 2 big rounded eyes and a big O for the mouth. I'm doing these monsters this way, but you can do them any way you want them. You can even add 3 eyes or 16 legs, 14 mouths. That's what's fun with monsters. We can do them however we want to. I'm gonna continue with the triangle. For the triangle, I'm gonna make one big eye made with circles, another shape, a rectangle for the mouth, that's another shape. I'm gonna make him 2 weird ears and 2 hands instead of feet. Let's continue with this other organic shape. I'm gonna make 2 U's for the eyes, like if he was sleeping. And 2 nice teeth made with triangles. Let's see, what else can I do? Okay, let's go with the diamond. This time I'm gonna make the eyes outside of the shape, like a snail. I'm gonna draw a square for the mouth and draw big sharpie teeth. Also 2 black dots for the nose. I think this one is a scary monster. Let's continue with this other organic shape. For this one, I'm gonna make millions of eyes. See how easy it is to make eyes? It's just a dot inside of a circle. I'm gonna draw some eyelashes. And I don't know, I have to be creative. Sometimes it's hard to think what else can we do. So I don't know, maybe I can draw some triangles as if they were teeth, or maybe hair. I don't know, this one it's a weird monster. What can I do with the heart? Remember, I'm drawing this stuff, but you can draw whatever you want to. You have to make your unique monsters. Okay, I'm drawing 2 eyes made of squares, a mouth, and I'm gonna draw millions of hands. For example, in this one, you can draw, instead of hands, you can draw tails, or you can draw feet, or maybe you can draw just one big hand. It's up to you. You need to be very creative. In this rectangle, I'm inspired by this amazing monster, Mr. Wazinski. And I'm doing just one big eye and just 2 teeth. Let's continue with this leaf shape. I'm just doing 2 dots as eyes. I'm keeping this one simple. Let's continue with the circle. I'm drawing 2 eyes, a bigger one and a smaller one, made with shapes again, circles. A triangle for the nose, and a rectangle for the mouth. 1 hand, 2 hands, 3 hands, 4 hands, and 2 legs. This monster has 4 hands and 2 legs and a spiky hair. For this one, I'm also gonna draw 1 eye. And I don't know, I have to think of stuff, maybe these hands in here. And I'm gonna draw a mouth. 2 dots for the nose. And this other organic shape, I'm gonna draw the eyes outside of the shape. And a big O for a mouth. Maybe I can add some hands around the border of the shape. Again, I am making these shapes this way, but you have to create your own monsters. You have to add whatever you think it's gonna make them special. Okay? You don't have to copy mine, you just have to make your own. Just be creative and very original. Once you have finished drawing all these monsters, it's time to color. Get any coloring materials you have at home, like crayons, color pencils, markers, and just start making each monster alive with color. I'm speeding this process up, but you need to take your time to color each monster. Make them unique. Think about what we have learned about cool and warm colors. Take your time, we're not in a hurry. We just have to make these monsters very, very special.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find her beauty goes much deeper once you get to meet her. You see her walking down the boulevard.
Once we have finished coloring all our monster shapes, let's add the title for this art piece. That is gonna be called, again, Monster Shapes. And here you have plenty of creatures that are only made with shapes. Oh, and don't forget to sign your name as the truly artist you are. I really hope you enjoyed this craft, and I will see you next week. Bye!